Operators of the Army's RQ-7 Shadow Unmanned Aircraft System, or UAS, play a critical role in providing intelligence and battlefield information in support of military operations around the world. Soldiers working in this MOS conduct air reconnaissance, providing an eye in the sky to friendly forces below, helping them identify enemy strategies, locations, and vulnerabilities, creating a technological advantage over the enemy.
I decided to become a whistleblower on the program because there was so much misinformation out there. The United States military gave the purpose of flying drones so that there would be less consequences of war and no boots on the ground. They tried to pass it off as surgical or sterile, and it really wasn't. I was watching President Obama on the news. There was an accident where friendlies were killed in a drone strike, and he totally threw the crew under the bus. He said it was the crew's fault, it was the crew's mistake, intelligence doesn't act like that. That was ultimately the biggest piece of bullshit I've ever heard from anyone, especially from the guy that I voted into office.
Hi, my name is Sophie Jambias, and I'm a drone operator for the U.S. Army. I joined the Army because I was really interested in unmanned aviation, and there are not that many jobs where you can do that to the level that we do in the Army.
This job is really important. We can go out there and we can see things that troops on the ground can't necessarily see. We have the infrared, so we can see body heat signatures, we can see weapon heat signatures, so it's really out there saving lives.
This career field requires individuals who have an interest in UAS operations, organizing and analyzing information, and who can qualify for a secret clearance and can pass a flight physical.
We are the camera bitches of the military. We have no authority, we have no rights, we're just told to point, click, and shoot.
I chose a shadow operator because I wanted to be in aviation. I've always wanted to fly, and it's been one of my dreams to be in the sky.
After successfully completing 10 weeks of Army basic combat training, you'll attend 11 weeks of advanced individual training at Fort Huachuca, Arizona. You will learn basic ground school and flight simulator training, plan and analyze flight missions, charts, and end-of-mission reports, perform pre-flight, in-flight, and post-flight checks and procedures, launch and recover the Shadow, analyze aerial imagery, and prepare forms and records related to the air and ground support equipment maintenance. You'll also assist in the Shadow site setup.
Some of the biggest challenges that I faced in this MOS would have been just learning it to begin with. All the stuff that goes with weather and the Federal Aviation Administration, regulations that we have to deal with, things that you don't realize that go into flying these things. I thought it would be just like playing a video game.
After successfully completing your advanced individual training, you will be awarded the Army Basic Aviation Badge and become eligible for worldwide assignments in this unique and growing career field.
I feel like you can really get somewhere with being in the aviation field.
The skills and knowledge you acquire as a soldier may help in your transition from the military to the civilian workforce, where you may find employment with government agencies or with commercial businesses which employ drone operators.
Being a contractor is like one of the biggest things, along with Border Patrol, especially here along Arizona, Texas, California border areas.
RQ-7 Shadow Unmanned Aircraft System Operator, ensuring mission success as an essential and integral member of the Army battlefield team.
We're just told to point, click, and shoot.
Almost no one accepts the legality of these murder operations.
The military take a person like me and put them in a room where you teach them to kill with the press of a button. That really makes life cheap.
It is a hard fact that U.S. strikes have resulted in civilian casualties.
I'm not sure if gaming makes killing easier. I think the act of it, yes, but the consequences, no. It softens the consequences too much. There's no respawn. There's no reset button, there's no do-over, there's no level, and so it's permanent.
I think what I love most about my job is that it's always challenging. You have to be able to react at a moment's notice to any changes in the aircraft and be able to potentially land it right away. This is the Shadow, and one of the coolest things we can do with the Shadow is based on the camera down here. This camera allows us to get a lot of information from up in the air that is super helpful to the troops on ground.